guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So if you are new to this channel, please subscribe. So today I'll do mathematics for N3. I took this paper from one of the previous papers. It is a November question paper 2018, so it's for N3. So question number 1, it says simplify each of the following. So now we are given the first question there, so I even wrote it here. So first step, now we are given a trinomial here. Okay, so we have to break this trinomial. So to break this trinomial, we'll have to factorize. Okay, so for me to get 3x plus 1 and x minus 1, that's how I did it. Let me show you on another side. You see, that's how I did it. Firstly, you look at the values, then you'll focus on the middle term. So, but I hope you guys know how to factorize at this point, because on my first video I was explaining step by step how to factorize, especially using this method. Okay, so yes, if you don't know, we can work, guys, we can work. Check the description, you will see my contact number. I do lessons on WhatsApp, and I do house calls. Hit me up. So yes, but as for entries, I mean, like you students, you already know. Okay, so but make sure your signs are correct. Then don't forget our exponent there. Then you have to factorize even this one, so it will be 3x plus 1 and 3x plus 1. So in a simple form, it is 3x plus 1 to the exponent 2. Okay, then remember, when you square root, it's the same as to the exponent half. That is why here it is negative, because here it's like negative 1 multiplied by 1 over 2, which is negative 1 over 2. You see, then yes, here, like I said, we have a square root, so it's like it will be 1 over 6 if we have to break that square root. Okay, I'm explaining my steps, so listen properly. So another step, it's here. Now I can see I have 3x plus 1 and x minus 1 on my numerator and denominator. Remember, when you multiply the same base, you add the exponents, but when you divide the same base, you subtract the exponents. So this is what I did here. So remember, this exponent is for both these brackets. So I started with 3x plus 1, then I added this one, because when you multiply the same base, you add the exponents. Then I subtract this one because it is on our denominator, so we are dividing. And what I did there is what I did here, but with this one on numerator we had x minus 1 only, so on our denominator we have our like term here. This is why I subtracted. Then after you do the maths, then you'll get the negative values. So remember, we can't leave our answer like this. So when you change it into a fraction, it will be 1 over this, and our exponent here will be positive 1, positive 1. So even if you don't show it, still fine, because any number to the exponent 1 is the same number. Okay, so that was very easy. I think it's 8 marks. Yeah, it's 8 marks, this one. So the second one, we can see we are given 25, we are given 5, 1 over 5, 5. So the main thing first that you should put in mind is to make everything the same base. Since then we can, because here we have 25, and we know 25 it's a perfect square, and we know this, we can change it to 5 to the exponent negative 1. So after you change everything to the base of 5, you do you follow the law. So remember the law of exponent. When you multiply the same base, you add. When you divide, you subtract. So here I added them, and here I added them. As soon as I reached this step, now I subtracted. So I said this one subtracted this one. But when you subtract here, make sure you put this one in brackets to avoid mistakes, because I see some students do this common mistakes. When they get here, they say minus 4x minus 1, which is wrong, because this one will change, because the negative multiply by negative is positive. So don't do this common mistakes. Okay, so be careful when you substitute. So after that, okay, x's will cancel each other. 5 to the exponent negative 2 in a fraction, we write it in this form, then our answer is 1 over 25. Okay, right, so this is 2.2. So this line I separated them, so you can see it like this dot one thing. But for this fraction, remember when we have the base and the same log, this 1, so log 2 divided by 1, it is log 2. That is why here I wrote log 2 only. So that is the only changes here. Coming to the next step, we are applying the another law of logarithm. So when you add this, we'll have to multiply them, so we'll get 8. After we get 8, so let's proceed. Okay, we can see now here we have log. So now we divide both sides by logs, so logs will cancel each other. Then for the next step, this is the same. Okay, where are we? Okay, this is the same as 3 to the exponent 2 and 3 to the exponent negative x. So remember, when you say negative exponent, we write it as a fraction and in our denominator. So I wrote it like this, and after that step I have to multiply everything by 3 to the power x to remove this denominator. That's why here, if I multiply this and this, I will get 3x to the exponent this. Okay, because they are 2 right now. So by then, if I multiply this by this, they will cancel each other. Hence here I remain with 3 to the exponent 2, which is 9. And here, like I said, I multiply by this. So I also did in my right hand side. The next step now, I have to, okay, the next step now, I took this to the opposite side, then I equate everything by 0. Then when it is like this, it's like a trinomial. It's actually a trinomial, so I have to factorize it. So remember, the factors of 9 is 1, 3 and 9. So I can use 3 and 3 to get 8, but I can use 9 and 1. Okay, so remember, the sign of the bigger number takes the sign of the middle term. Our middle term is negative, and so 9 will take negative, and since here we have negative, which means here it will be positive. After that, you say this bracket is equals to 0 or this bracket is equals to 0. For the first one, it can work. So remember, you will take 9 to the opposite side, then you make the same basis, so it will be 3, then you drop the exponent, then our x is 2. What you did on this side, you have to do it on this side, but on this side you don't get a solution, so our final answer will be 2. So that's how it is. Okay, so thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you didn't subscribe, like, share. Thank you very much, and subscribe. Your support means a lot to me. Thank you.